The 2017 NFL Draft is officially behind us. What's going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL. And I'm here to break down, now that the draft is over and we can look at all of the picks, all of the selections, talking about the Chicago Bears and their draft. They were one of the most polarizing teams. They were one of the biggest surprises in the draft. And I'm here to sort of break down their NFL draft and what I would give them in terms of grades for each selection. So you know what, let's just get started right now. So of course, in the first round, the Bears traded up one spot, as everybody knows, to take their guy, quarterback Mitch Trubisky, out of North Carolina. And this was the pick that had everyone stunned. Nobody saw this coming. The Bears had a smoke screen for this pick because, like I said, no chatter pre-draft about the Bears possibly moving up and trading with the 49ers to take Trubisky. A lot of people, even when the the trade happened, they thought they were going to take Solomon Thomas, the defensive end, but they take Trubisky. And for this pick, a lot of people that I've read, a lot of draft grades and analysts have said that they would give this pick a C. I'm not that down on this pick, and I made a video about that. You guys can go check that video out. I'm going to give this pick a B for the Bears, solely because, you know what, if you found your quarterback and you're sold on him, you do whatever it takes to go and get him, and that is what GM Ryan Pace did. Look, this could blow up in their face. Of course, it doesn't mean Trubisky is going to be a franchise quarterback, but the fact that the Bears, who do not have a track record of developing and drafting quarterbacks, went out and no matter what, got their guy that they were sold on, Trubisky, and made that move, I have to give them at least a B for that. And again, this could turn into an AA plus depending on if Trubisky pans out. But it could also turn into a D or an F if he does not pan out. But you know what? Just for the effort, I'm going to give Ryan Pace a B for this pick. I still think Trubisky, who was the #1 prospect, and he has all the raw tools. There's a reason a lot of the scouts liked him over Deshaun Watson, liked him over Patrick Mahomes. You know, he's got good raw skills as a quarterback. I mentioned that in that video. You guys can go check that out. So I'm going to give the Bears a B for this pick. Next up, the Bears in the second round take a tight end. The Bears went offense heavy in this draft, you guys will see. And with the number 45 pick, they take Adam Shaheen out of Ashland University. So right off the bat, the biggest thing about this player is his size. 6'6", 278 pounds. He looks like he's going to be a matchup nightmare. He played Division II, so he didn't really play against NFL level competition, a potential NFL level competition. So the jury is still out on that. But I like the fact that the Bears immediately got, you know, I know Mike Glennon's going to be starting, but this is a pick, I believe, for Trubisky. A guy for Trubisky who's a big target in the middle of the field, a safety blanket for a young quarterback. And I think he's going to create some matchup problems. I give this pick, a B minus, just because I feel like they do have tight ends on the roster, and Zach Miller, who was hurt last year, but he's still a solid tight end. They signed Deion Sims in the offseason, and I like him as well. So there's sort of a mix of players at tight end. It wasn't a absolute need, but did they need to address this position? Yeah, they could have waited a little bit longer. That's why I lowered the grade a little bit, but I like this pick still for the Bears. Next up, they take Eddie Jackson out of Alabama, safety, at number 112 in the 4th round. I'm going to give this pick an A minus. I think Eddie Jackson fills a clear need. Safety was a clear need of position for the Bears. He's going to go in and compete right away with the safeties they have, probably Adrian Amos, and he's going to vie for a starting spot. And that's the biggest thing you can ask for in the draft, and to get him in the 4th round, a big deal for them. I think I've watched a little bit on Eddie Jackson, not too much, but he looks to be a coverage safety more than a run safety, and I like that about him. Again, the Bears were horrendous against the pass last year, and they needed to improve that. And this was a pick based on need and not want, and I like that for the Bears. Next up, they take Tarik Cohen. His nickname is the Human Joystick, at 119 in the 4th round. I'm going to have to give this pick a C+, because this is, again, what I meant by the last position. They need it here. It was a BPA type of pick, best player available, and I get it. But the Bears running back position was the last thing they needed to address. Jordan Howard is going to be a stud. He was second in the NFL in yards from scrimmage last year, rushing yards, I believe. And they also have Jeremy Langford. And so they really did need to address this position. I think Ryan Pace took this player just because of best player available. And yeah, he could be the second coming of Darren Sproles, and that would be great. But again, I would have liked them to go defense here. I would have liked them to address a defensive position here. I really didn't think they needed to draft a running back. And again, pretty diminutive, 5'6". He's out of North Carolina A&T, so not a lot of size. And he's going to be on the field for a handful of plays probably. So again, I thought they could have gotten better value here. Now again, if he turns out to be Darren Sproles, that would be legit, and of course this grade would improve, but for right now, I'm going to give this pick a C+. And then finally, in the 5th round, the Bears took offensive guard Jordan Morgan at pick number 147, so pretty big O-line guy, 6'3", 309 pounds, but I'm going to give this pick a C. Again, I would have liked them to address defense. Basically, with this draft, what I had looked for is the Bears, after they get their quarterback in Trubisky, I would have liked them to go ahead and go with need and not really want. But again, I could see why a lot of people would say just take the best player available, you know, and let them figure it out. But I don't think he's going to start right away. I don't think he's starting material. Jordan Morgan, the Bears O-line is set with Josh Sitton and guys like that. Kyle Long is also coming back. So I would have liked them again to address maybe another safety, maybe another corner. So that is why I'm giving this pick a C. And of course, we know the Bears did not have any more draft picks, so those were those 5 selections for the Bears. Let me know what you guys think of the Bears draft. Overall, I'd like to probably say this draft, they deserve a B- for the Bears. You know, a lot of GMs and scouts and draft experts and analysts were probably down on the Bears, but I think they did okay. I don't think they did terrible. Again, GM Ryan Pace was the most aggressive GM, and this could blow up in his face, or he could become the smartest GM, or this could make him look like the smartest GM in the NFL. But sometimes in life, folks, you got to take risks, and that's what GM Ryan Pace did. Let's hope it pans out. I'm a Bears fan. You guys know that. Let's see what happens. But if Trubisky pans out, all of these picks feel like they'll be null and void, because then the Bears will have had their franchise quarterback. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.